And also, it's a small city. There's a lot of people here and there just aren't enough hotel rooms. I spoke to the CEO of Marriott to talk about the industry in general around the world and how the recovery is helping them.
We opened many hotels in China in 2013, about 18 if memory serves. We'll be opening a hotel every 2 weeks in 2014 and 2015. We continue to sign up deals. And of course, China is a big market. Cities are quite different. Shanghai is still quite strong. Beijing's a little bit weaker. Guangzhou is a little bit weaker yet, but we see continuing strength across the country. So we're very optimistic.
One of the big topics here is it used to be the recession in Europe and the problems in Europe, but it's been a bit more positive here in Davos this year. There's talk of recovery in Europe. There's talk of stronger growth across the globe. Do you sense that optimism as well?
I sense more optimism here at Davos now than we did a year ago. Certainly in the U.S., there's greater confidence, even though the numbers are about the same. Positive. Europe, there's more optimism, but a friend described it to me this morning as optimism maybe without a lot of evidence yet.
What does that mean for your industry, the hospitality industry?
Well, in most of the European markets, they are being benefited by international travel trends. So you look at a London as an example, or a Paris, it's about American travelers coming to Europe. It's about Asian travelers, including Chinese travelers, coming into those markets, where we've got many more folks who want to see them. That's buoying those markets in a way that their local economies really couldn't support alone.
Some CEOs have mentioned that in a rising tide, so to speak, when the economy is growing, it's hard to attract talent. Fortune has named Marriott as one of the best places to work, essentially. Yeah. And I want to ask you, not Marriott specific, but what makes a place a good place to work?
Well, we have been focused for 85 years on creating opportunities for our people. And really what that means is we want them to build careers with us, to grow with us, no matter what level they start at. They can start at an hourly job, serving rooms, being a bellman, working at the pool, being a security guard. We've had people that have started in all of those jobs and have become senior executives with the company. And so it's a mindset about, we want you to be with us for long term and to build your career with us. And I think our people still appreciate that and sense it.
Let me follow up on that. Income inequality is a very big issue. It's a big topic here in Davos again. Right. You know, you mentioned about treating your employees well, but also it comes to the fact that how do you address income inequality? Is raising the minimum wage the answer? Is a high tax on the higher wage earners the answer? What's the right balance to you?
Well, I think income inequality is a phrase that's being applied to all of these questions right now. And I actually think there are many different issues that are involved. One, around the minimum wage, is the wage healthy enough for people to be able to create their livelihood? And that's a worthy subject for debate. I don't think anything that can be done with the minimum wage reasonably is going to solve a larger systemic income inequality question. I think the most important piece is about making sure training and education, pre-elementary school education, maybe in some markets, are built in a way that allows people to achieve the opportunities that can be available and to create more opportunities. Clearly, the economies have got to be growing even stronger to create more jobs. So you look in the United States, we still have higher unemployment at this stage of the cycle than we have in prior ones. Economic growth is going to be the biggest way of dealing with that, not minimum wage.
You're here in Davos. What do you hope to accomplish, and what are you most excited about for 2014 with respect to the economy?
Well, we're excited about greater confidence, and hopefully that'll pan out over 2014. We're excited about the progress that has been made around ease of mobility for people to travel around the world in the last few years. I think governments increasingly understand that there are hundreds of millions of people who are joining the middle class who want to see the world. We ought to make it easy for them to see the world, whether we're in China or Europe or the United States. And we've made great progress with that, so that's all good. And I think the conversation around labor patterns is also an important one from a policy perspective. Davos is one of the few events on Earth that brings government, business, NGOs together to have a meaningfully substantive conversation. So it's great to be part of it.